What's good, YouTube? I'm Alex, and today we're going to go over dating sites. Now, dating sites these days are so popular, aren't they? You've got Tinder, Hot or Not Hot, Matchy, Harmony. The list is endless, and you've got people, not just in the 20s like myself, you've got people 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, even 60s plus who are using these dating sites in order to find their number one and perfect relationship. My advice would be to stay the hell away from them, and I'm going to go through that, the reasons why I think that in this video. One of the main issues with dating sites is you're always showing them the best pictures of you. You're showing the filtered ones on Snapchat, the really close-up ones, the ones from a distance. You're showing them the best pictures of you. They're not seeing the ones that are unfiltered. They're not seeing the ones where you got out of bed in the morning or where you're just having a pretty bad day and you're not looking your best. They're not seeing that. They're just seeing the best of you. And that, for me, is a massive red flag. And with my experience of this, in my room at night, I can look 10 times as tanned as what I am. As you can see, I'm not tanned. But when I was sending Snapchats to these women, I was looking really tanned. And it was like, oh my days, he looks like this. Then it comes to the morning and it's like, oh, I'm not tanned. That's just because of the lighting. But the women were just seeing the tan version of me, and it looked completely different. So they were seeing a person that didn't really exist. I wasn't that tan. I wasn't tanned at all. But in my room, in that lighting, I looked so tan. So it can look like a complete different person. Another thing with internet dating is you talk the talk, but you don't actually walk the walk. And what I mean by that is you can talk to these women for years. Believe me, it can go on for years. In my case, it did go on for just over a year. And you've got to remember that you don't want to start mucking people about. There was a person recently online, I think he got 6 million hits, who took 4 years to meet his favourite match off a dating site, and I can really understand that, because you're talking to these women so much, you're showing them the best pictures, but you're not actually meeting them face to face, and without meeting them face to face, you can't really get a true opinion of not just what they look like, but who they are as a person. It's all online. So my advice would be is to stay off these dating sites and go and meet people face to face in real life, because it's completely different. You could have 100 matches on Tinder, but you actually go out and you actually see if these women are like you in person. It's completely different, and my experience of it, I will stay the hell away from it, and I would never advise anybody to ever use them, to be honest. And obviously you get like spam accounts, they're quite easy to spot, but for me the main issue is having the confidence. You can talk to these women, you can talk about sex, you can talk about just like generally what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, but until you actually walk the walk and have the balls to go meet them face to face, it gets more difficult and more difficult the longer you talk to them. So in my opinion, I just wouldn't get them, and I would concentrate, if you are looking for a relationship, meeting these women out in public, meeting them face to face, not here chatting over the internet, because at the end of the day, I just don't think it works. I'd say 80-20 against is the chances of you getting a relationship out of it. I just don't think it works. People who do, fair enough, you're going to disagree with me and say, oh, you're talking bollocks, it don't work. But from my experience of it, and I had a lot of experience on it, you don't end up meeting the girl you want, and usually it ends in you deleting each other and just getting out. Usually not a waste of time, but as close to as a waste of time as possible, really. And you're wasting that girl's time as much as you're wasting yours, because I met 3 women and not one of them I met up with, and one of them in particular I feel really sorry for. Not sorry for, but she wanted to meet up with me so badly, and I didn't have the balls to do it, the confidence, because I was sending her pictures that, my best pictures of me. I was worried what she would think when she actually seen me. Did I look as good as my photos? No, I didn't. So there was all stuff like that, and I bottled it, and I'm sure other people out there have bottled it, but you got to remember, you are mucking about someone's life, and she wanted a real relationship, and she didn't want somebody sending false pictures of themselves and talking the talk and not meeting them. You're wasting their time, and it's not fair. It's not fair on them at the end of the day. But that's just my take on dating sites. Like I said, you might have had a lot more success than me. You might say, like I said, talking absolute crap. I use them all the time. I've met my wife off these dating sites. Fair play to you. I just think for the average person, the chances of that happening are really slim, and I think you're far better off going out and meeting these women face to face. But that's just my take on it. As per usual, hit me down in the comment section below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll be back tomorrow for another video.